Hello, Tarzan K here from Tarzan K Copywriting. Have a couple things I want to talk about today. A lot of people I work with are really hesitant about spending a lot of time creating blog content because it feels like a big unknown. How is this really going to serve me? And it feels like they're going to have to write a lot of content before it's actually going to pay off. So I have written a post here. You'll see there's 5 things you can do to make a blog post a lot more shareable and a lot more powerful in terms of attracting new subscribers, which is, if you're building an online business, your email list is pure gold. So I've been reading lately this book, Steven Pressfield's new book. It's called No One Wants to Read Your Shit and What You Can Do About It, or something close to that. So one of the things he talks about is when he went into screenwriting and he learned about the hero's journey. And the hero's journey is something that exists in all cultures, in all of their tales and folklore, for all of recorded history, and probably long before that. And what it is kind of a script that our brains run, and it's a script that we're looking for when we watch a movie. And it starts with the hero who receives a call to adventure, and then he rejects the call to adventure, and then his mentor or someone important to him, or there's some sort of catalyst where he decides he's going to go on the adventure and leaves the ordinary world and goes into this new world. And so there's some examples of that in the blog post below, but it's a program that our brains are running, and we're looking for that when we watch a movie or read a story. And what I'm proposing here is that you can do something similar with your blog post. So when you read an article, there's a lot of things that your brain is looking for that help you process it and help you understand what it's all about. So I've included some things that can help you take your reader on a hero's journey and guide them toward the kinds of elements that they're looking for in a blog post. So the first thing that I strongly recommend is having a predictable layout. And you'll notice if you follow any blogs consistently that a lot of people do this. Amy Porterfield, Marie Forleo. I just discovered a copywriter I really like called Courtney Johnston. Her website is the Rule Breakers Club, and she has a great layout for her blogs that she often uses. And it could be something just simple, like perhaps there's a video up top and then below there's some text, and then maybe below that there's a few click to tweets or something like that. So I've included a couple examples of that too. So I like to keep a Google Doc now of the layout that I use, and then I can, as I'm getting a blog post ready to go up, then I can refer back to that and say, okay, I'm going to have a video here, then I'm going to have some text, and then there's going to be a content upgrade, and then there's going to be a few click to tweets, and it helps me lay it out. Even if I switch it around after, it really helps me get to the publish button faster. And it's showing good progress in terms of getting views, keeping people on my website longer, all those great things. So the second thing I just mentioned is some click to tweets, and those are really easy to program. You just go to clicktotweet.com and you can get it all set up so that when a reader's looking at your blog, she can maybe choose from a couple of things to tweet. And if they click the tweet button, which you probably have a share button, there's a lot of unknowns. They don't know what's going to pop up, what it's going to say. So if you can eliminate some of those unknowns, it makes it really a lot easier for someone to actually share your stuff. So that's why I like click to tweets. I usually include 1 or 2 of them, and you can even work that into your layout. As I was talking about a predictable layout, you can do that. You can add your click to tweets in a regular spot, so people, if they're coming back to your blog, they're going to know where to expect them. Third thing is a content upgrade, and I learned this on a course that I'm in with Amy Porterfield, and I noticed now that she does it in all of her podcast episodes. So what it is an extra piece of content that's going to help listeners, readers, viewers, whatever, help them to digest some of the content, digest some of their ideas, maybe put it into action, or maybe go a little deeper. Anything that could entice them, if they like the blog post, to say, hey, I want to learn more about this. Maybe I'm going to get this upgrade, and of course jump on your list at the same time. So the first time I did that, it's huge really great for list growth. So now I'm adding a content upgrade to all of my blog posts because it's really, really worth the time. So there's a few tools that I needed to make it happen. You don't need these exact tools. There's lots of different ways. But what I do is I create a little graphic for my blog post, and I just do that in GIMP. It's a free version in Photoshop. And then it's a really simple graphic. I reuse it every time, so I don't have to create it from scratch. And then that goes, there's an example, you can scroll down and you'll see exactly how it works. So there's a little graphic, you click on it and a lead box pops up, and that's all programmed in Leadpages, which again is, you can use other things, but I like that it pops up and it's right there. It's a little bit less scary for the reader because it doesn't open a new page. It's just box pops up, they can say yes or say no. So I like that about Leadpages. Of course, there's a lot of other ways you can do it. I could also have programmed it to click over to a form, but I like this way, it's clean and simple. So once that pops up, then that triggers an email from my email service provider, which is ConvertKit. And there's a little bit of behind the scenes stuff to program to make sure that the right email goes out with the right piece of content. But once you get it set up, it's really not that complicated. It takes a little bit of time, but I mean, I reason that if I'm going to spend a half a day or even a full day working on a blog post, it's definitely worth spending an hour or even 2 hours making sure that it's really going to actually attract some new subscribers and also give value to the people that are already reading. If they're already on the list, it's no big deal. They can grab it and they're not going to get sold anything or any extra emails. They just get one piece of content. So it's a value for my readers too, and I really like to do that. I try and make them printable. The upgrades are really printable, really simple. You'll see the one here is just a checklist based on this post. So it's really easy to just go and grab it and download it, print it, stick it on your wall, and then you can refer back to it. I have a couple of those from other websites, and I really like to refer back to them when I'm publishing or if I'm doing a launch or anything like that. So the next thing, super, super simple. Man, SEO is a big pain point for me, and I definitely have lots to learn. But one thing I never forget to do is if you scroll down to the bottom, or perhaps you have a Yoast plugin, or some themes come with a different plugin that does the same thing, but it lets you put in the title of your blog post, and then you can make it whatever you want. But what I do is I put the title of my blog post, and then I put my name, so that when it pops up in Google or if someone shares it on Facebook, when I share it on Facebook, because I do, it's all there. My name is there right in the title. And it's just a little good bit of brand recognition, a little bit extra there. So I always make sure to do that. And the last thing is I just include one call to action in my blog posts. As my business grows and I have different opt-ins, different things, different freebies, all sorts of stuff, promos, things people can take advantage of. My sidebar was starting to get very cluttered with images and offers and this, that, and the other thing. And it's very distracting, and I spend a lot of time creating content, so I actually want to make the experience of it the best possible experience for the reader. So I emptied the sidebar. There's nothing else there. There's just a nice long, well, you see it, you're looking at it right now. So you'll see that it's very simple, and there's only one thing to do, which is to grab the content upgrade, or if it's a blog post about a product that's related to a product, there's just one thing. And I'm already seeing that that's really beneficial. And at the end, there's lots of different things people can still click to because there's still a main menu and there's still some related posts at the end. There's a nice, easy path, and it's working really good. So those are 5 things that I've done that have made my blog posts a lot more, shall we say, powerful. Help them serve my business a lot better. So I hope some of that works for you. And if it does, please let me know and comment below. And if you set up, I truly believe you can. If you set up a content upgrade, make sure you tweet me about it, or come hang out with me on Periscope and talk about it.